Video 11. We'll get this layout done eventually here. Okay, so where we left off just a few moments ago was here. We've got everything down here is taken care of. There are no rat's nest lines below about this level. So everything is really, really ready to go. The 5 volts need to come up here. That's what this signaling is in the ground. But I want these two to come on up, so that'll be no problem. I just dropped these parts down in here. And, these signals are all crossed here. They're all crossed here. And the other thing I've got is I've got a ground and a +5 right here. And they're going to come up right here. So here's ground and +5. So those are going to come up and connect directly. And this 5 volt, if I flip this around so this 5 volts right next to this one, which is kind of where I want it, that's going to, that causes all these to be crossed. We can fix that in the schematic. Even at this point in the game, we can still do that. Now, there's a bypass cap that comes in here, too. Let me grab that. Let me move that. That comes down here. Rotate. They're crossed. Rotate twice more. And that goes right. Now, let's take it down to the ground. Here, let's take it right there. Okay, so if I just assume that the power and ground are here, then we'll go on with this. Okay, let's see. So I want to flip the order of these signals coming in. Now, I kind of want to keep both of them the same. So let me put this other part in here too. I mean, in terms of what pin goes to which ones on the stepper motor, I want the order to be the same. So when I output the 4 bits of information, they're on the same 4 bits, just a different port. That'll allow me to do some things in the programming. So let me grab this guy and say move and rotate it once. And I want it to be pretty much just in the same spot. Okay, like that. And this connector here, I want to move it, and I want to do it the same way. So it's going to be flipped. So I need to flip both of them. Now, I'm tight here, so I need to work on something here. How much do I need? These courtyards, if the courtyards overlap a little bit, it may cause me some grief. So let me set it there. I may have to move this diode just a little bit. It may still overlap, but we may be okay. So this one, I want to move it over as far as I can. I could put this point. I can be within 50 mils of the edge of the board. I can be really close. So let me put there. Where is that at right now? I can actually look at the dimensions here. The Y is 3.673. So, I believe that if I go to this, let me change that to 3.7 and see where does that put us. That's the wrong direction. So, let's see. I want to go, that's down to there. Let's go up 3.65, I guess, is where we want to be. So let me go to 3.65. Technically, I can go just about to there. That's probably a bit too much. So but I can go really close. So let me just go move, and let me just get the trace on there as close as we can and see what we do. And then this one, I want the courtyards to not overlap, but I want it pretty darn close. Oh, see, we'll fit without even the courtyards overlapping. Because this one, that one's clear, that one's clear. I need to flip all of the lines. And these are going to get flipped too. So let's just flip them all on the schematic. Okay, let me save this and go to schematic. Now, what I mean by flipping is I can just take these labels here and just reverse their order. So instead of A, B, C, and D on port C, I want this to be D, C, B, A. And down here, I want to flip these two. That way, they're all on pins 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're identical still. So let me just jump in here a little closer. Escape. Click in here, move out of the way. Move. Put that one there. Move. Put this one here. Move it out of the way. Move that one down. Move that one up. Okay, so there's the DCBA. Okay. Now I want to flip these also. Okay, so they're flipped. That wasn't that tough. Okay, save this. Flip back to this. And now I need to tell it to reread the schematic. So that's this update PC board with changes made to schematic. So that's right up here. Okay. And then update. Close. Okay. That took care of this down here. So now these are just straight lines. These I can connect really pretty easy. These are a little messier, but they're within reason. I can take care of those. These are still flipped at the top. So now I need to flip those. So that was, where were they? There's one of them. So I want to flip this one, this connector here. So these wires have to flip. Not quite as easy to do. Let me see what I can do here. Move. And then there's something here. Let me edit the parameters. Mirror around y-axis. Okay. So I flipped it, mirrored. Now I'm going to rotate it twice. And what I want is pin 1 goes to the +5. So now I want to connect it that way. Let me delete a trace. Let's get rid of that one and that one. And let me add this one back in. Okay. Now I want to do the same thing here. So I want to edit this. I want to mirror it around the y-axis. Okay. Move it. Rotate it. Connect it there. Delete that guy. Add a trace to go from here to there. I mean, the 4 pins are symmetrical in terms of they're all just transistor outputs. They're all driven by pins. So as long as they're both the same, I'll figure the rest out in software. Okay. So that should take care of that. So again, save it. Flip back to this guy. And then tell it to reread the schematic. Update PC board from schematic and say update. Close. Now look at my traces. They're a piece of cake. So both sides are going to be really easy. So let's just, now we can just continue on. So let's see, I need the grounds to connect, and I need these traces to connect. Let's connect the little teeny ones first. 6 mils, that, we're on top. Let me zoom in a notch here. So this one's just a piece of cake. Let me just bring it over a ways just to make sure it is. This one we need to come out is just a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure there's plenty of room for everybody. This one can come out, come over. This one. Okay, there's those. You know, we'll have to go to the blue side occasionally here. This one's already blue. What else we got? We got those two going. These two can go just as they are. This one needs to go to the farthest over. So if I shrink these off a little bit, let me get rid of that. Oh, I got a little piece up there too, and that. Okay. So these three come straight in. So let's just deal with the three short ones first that come straight in. So this guy just comes around that via. There's one. There's two. There's three. We're down to 19 wires. This one's already blue. So we can do is we can just connect to that one. I do want to kind of make it nicer there. Okay. We'll come up like this. Via, connect. There. 18 traces left. Okay, so let me zoom out. Oh, I've got a cap that goes in here too. That one goes right here. Rotate. Rotate 2 more times and put it in. Now let me zoom back in. Okay, well let me zoom to max. Okay, now everything's in the board. We still got a lot of work to do yet. I got the powers and ground have to connect yet. Let me see what I can do about those. Okay, so I do want those to be pretty healthy in size. But all the signals down here are done, so we can be on blue sides if we need to be blue. Okay, 24 mil trace from there to there. Okay, and I'm going to put a via, and oh, I'm on the wrong side. I want to be on the blue side now, and I want to go. Oh, let's do it over here. Let's put our 24 mil trace in. Come down here. I need a via. Now I'm going to be blue. Okay. Okay, so there's our grounds. Down to 14 left. I need the +5 to come across now. +5 is on this one here. It's already blue. So I'm just going to come in here like this and come back over like this and put it. I got to come through with a via because that's on the blue side. Okay, so I'm going to do that to there and this to here. And you know, there's nothing stopping me from just doing red at this point because it's all, no other traces cross this. Okay, we're down to 10 traces now. And there's 5 on each connector, so that's all 10 of them right there. Okay, so if I come up here and just, there's one. You know, I think I want to do it this way. There's 2. Now those don't need to be quite so big. Plus I worry a little bit about spacing here. Let me just see what it'll let me do. Because I have to get, I need this to be as small, tight as possible. Because this has to get through here. Okay. We're down to 4 traces. That's the 4 right there. Okay, so can we get through is the question. Okay, so this one again has to be really tight. And it'll be a piece of cake. Okay, 0 unrouted. Okay, where are we at time-wise? We're at 15 minutes. Okay. Let me zoom back out. There, all of our traces. Let's run a design rule check just to see what we broke. Track has unconnected end. Okay, that's usually happens when we get teeny pieces of stuff. There's one there. All of those are really pretty close. There's one there. There's one here. And let me and it says on the red side versus the blue side. So let me go to the blue side one first. The arrows change color just a little bit. Let me zoom in here. Okay, so it's complaining in here that's an issue. So let me move that off to the side for a second. Oh, you can see that's a little piece that goes up there. Let me just see if I can delete that. It's something deleted. Okay, let me go back and run DRC. That fixed that one. Okay. There's one of them in here. Okay. So where is it? Let's see here. I'm going to just delete a couple of traces here because I can't see it. Ah, it deleted something. Okay. Now let me rerun that trace. This is a 6 mil. Okay, so if I run it again, that's gone. Last one, piece here. You know, if I move my mouse around, it tries to snap to endpoints, and I bet you that's one of them. Let me see if I can just... I think that just got rid of the pointer. Let me delete that. There's something that's right there. Okay, that's a 24 mil trace. And let me add that back in. Run. Silk screen clip by solder. We haven't done anything with the silk screens yet, and we're going to fix some of them. And we're going to still end up with a bunch of errors, and we're going to ignore them. Silk screen overlap that's on top of each other. And that's it. Okay, delete all markers, close. Okay. So there's our basic board. We could order this. The problem is all of our labels are in really bad spots. There's, okay, it says R1 here, which probably goes to this resistor here. R2 is this one. Its label is underneath this resistor. We can move some of them so we can tell what they are. When we go to put the parts on the board, that'll help a lot. And if you look down here, this is an absolute mess because you won't have any reference to which one's which when you get your bare board back. So I'm going to stop here. The next video, we're going to fix silkscreen because everything else I think is ready to go. So we're going to go from there. So save it. Always save your work and stop recording.